So then we watched TNA, which had gotten rave reviews. The rave being Jimmy Rave. Crap. I'm not a fan.
Are you even making sense anymore?
I'm not a fan of Jimmy Rave. I don't give a shit if I get a big rant on the board about, you just don't see the greatness in Jimmy. Okay, I don't. Okay, I don't.
He put on a lot of really boring submissions.
God. That drove me crazy. Just shit like, okay, I'm going to work over your back for a while, then I'm just going to randomly put you in a neck crank. Why? You couldn't put him in a camel clutch? You couldn't put him in an over-the-shoulder back? You're working on his fucking back. Why would you work over the guy's whole back, the whole match, and then just randomly put him in a neck crank? And that was far from the only thing that I was upset about in this match.
That's why I like the women's match better.
God, this pissed me off.
Matches that piss me off, I don't give 3 stars to.
I don't care what you do.
All right.
I give no credence to any of your star ratings, Finney.
You never have.
No, I haven't.
Why should you?
Yeah, exactly. So then we watched as I said, the TNA show. They plugged Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe at the next pay-per-view.
They opened the show, and with that announcement, it was the only thing they did right.
Yeah, that may very well be true. There were many... You know what's funny is I thought when I wrote this report that I had listed every stupid thing they did, and throughout the day I received emails and PMs from people reminding me of things that I had in fact forgotten on this show that they had done stupidly.
This was legendary.
100 people could name 10 stupid things, and they still wouldn't have named every stupid thing on this show.
Yeah.
That's why this show, in some strange way, was not the worst show of the week. This show was like a puzzle.
With no solution.
This show was like
it's a jigsaw puzzle when you're missing 14 pieces.
It was a mystery to be solved,
yeah.
This show. Sting came out. TNA was talking about how Sunday's pay-per-view was being hailed as the greatest pay-per-view in TNA history.
Mike TNA was lying.
No, he wasn't. That's the comedy. I told you to fucking go read some of the feedback on this show.
Oh, okay.
I will flat out say it. Folks from TNA were sending in fake feedback, and certain websites published it.
I suppose that counts as being hailed.
God. So anyway, then this was TNA saying it was hailed as the greatest pay-per-view all time. That's one thing. Okay, Don West begging for us to buy the replay. That's bullshit. What an asshole.
I need to mention, I never asked why, but Bryan Knight is wearing a bathrobe. He's wearing a t-shirt and hopefully some sort of undergarment and a bathrobe.
No, I'm nude under this.
And he's ranting and screaming and pointing at me to punctuate the word bullshit. I don't know why, but it's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. So
yes, Don West was spouting bullshit more than usual.
He was a cheater. He was a cheat. He was trying to fuck us out of our $29.95
a con man.
$34.95. That was horrible. So Sting was out there, and Christian came out, interrupted him, and said he wanted a shot at his belt. And he said, for once in your life, stop hiding behind that makeup and be a man. So Sting, the babyface world champion who's just won the championship, said, if you want a shot at your belt, you can have one. And Christian inexplicably turned his back and started to leave. Like, okay, well, I guess...
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sting. See you later.
He didn't say, okay, well, let's do it tonight. He just walked away like, okay. Okay. So then Sting said, you'll get it when I say you'll get it. Like a heel.
Indeed.
And then he said, I want to introduce you to my little friend. And he pulled out his baseball bat.
And he struck the man.
He started beating Christian.
He attacked him with a weapon.
Repeatedly hitting him with this bat.
For no reason.
Unprovoked. This was dumb.
This was fucking dumb.
This was stupid. So then,
thumbs down so far.
Thumbs down. I give this a thumbs up so far, just because it's brought me so much joy tearing it apart. It's just like Thunder in the heyday.
It was. This was thunderific.
This was thundertastic. Samoa Joe came out, or he cut a promo backstage, I guess, vowing to beat up Kurt tonight. Christie said that a wacky Fight for the Right tournament was later. Oh, by the way, I should note that this was something somebody pointed out to me that I had not noticed. Christian, in the opening segment was talking about the Fight for the Right tournament. And then Christie talked about the Fight for the Right tournament. Mm-hmm. And this entire time, a tournament had been referenced that we were not alerted to.
Correct. It was.
They never said there would be a tournament tonight. There were just two people talking about a tournament that we did not know was going to be taking place, unless we read the spoilers.
Well, there was that. Mike Tenay used the words "fight with the right," and I think it was about 20 minutes into the show, after hearing the term 1,500 times, that they finally sat down and explained what it meant.
Yeah.
And we still didn't know,
No.
but we had an idea.
Shane Douglas was in the ring on drugs. Perhaps a drug.
Wow.
Caffeine is a drug.
Sure.
He may have had 8 Monster energy drinks, but he needs to never act like he was acting like on the show again. He was crazed.
He was, in fact, out of his mind.
He was going crazy, saying, tonight, after all this time, the Naturals are finally getting their long-awaited title shot. And it wasn't even like everybody went. It was like one dude went, and that was it. Mm-hmm. So the Naturals came out, the newly franchised Naturals, looking exactly like they've looked for the past 4 years. They had a match with LAX, the tag team champions. LAX squashed them and beat them clean.
It's worse. LAX came out and was jumped by AMW.
Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten about
AMW
that.
beat them up for a while.
Sure.
And then fed them the Naturals to be killed. And the Naturals had these two men half beaten, half dead, and then were squashed.
Yes. This was
dumb. As much as I hate the Naturals, this was fucking dumb.
For 5 seconds, I still hate the Naturals.
Oh, I do too.
For 5 seconds, I forgave Vince Russo because he destroyed the Naturals push and it was over.
It was, I got perverse pleasure out of it, selfish pleasure, but it's still dumb.
Yeah. But then 5 seconds later, I unforgave the forgiven Vince Russo because this feud must continue. Shane Douglas yelled at them. They turned on him. They punched him. He was bleeding from the mouth, and then he noticed he was bleeding. I guess saw the fire in their eyes and smiled. This angle must continue.
Boo!
Fuck Russo.
This sucks.
This made me mad. So then we had Nash and Shelley backstage with Austin Starr doing a promo. I had not noticed this, but somebody pointed it out to me today. They never even mentioned Austin Starr won the Nash Invitational.
I almost forgot that he was on the show at all.
He just randomly appeared with these two men.
I was thinking about the show today. We watched the show last night, and I was thinking about the show today, thinking, I can't believe he won that wacky thing, and they never even mentioned him on the show.
No.
And then until you mentioned him just now, I forgot he was even on.
He was. But he was just...
And I saw him.
He randomly appeared as their friend.
Yeah.
They didn't mention that he had... Maybe they did in the video. I wasn't paying attention, but he was just there. Just there.
They did not mention that he won the wacky Battle Royal Gauntlet thing. They just mentioned that he is now there, and Alex Shelley is jealous of him because he's stealing Kevin Nash's affection.
Wow.
And I am not exaggerating.
Homosexuality is now part of this.
Yes.
Now we just need Raven involved now and bring back the flock.
Sure.
So then Tenay explained the Fight for the Right tournament.
Here we go.
You know, it's bad enough they had to have graphics.
Never a good sign.
It's worse that I had to pause it to recap the graphics. The graphics were as follows. There was a screen that said, Fight for the Right. Stage 1. 18 wrestlers start outside the ring. First 7 over the top rope continue. Then there was a second screen. It said, Fight for the Right. Stage 3. Final 2 meet in singles match. Winner gets a bye to tournament finals.
I think you skipped a stage.
Oh, shit, I did. Fight for the Right, Stage 2. Those 7 compete. See, I'm already fucked up. I give up.
He did a bunch of shit.
Anyway, they introduced...
All this was missing was Scott Hudson saying, it's really quite simple.
It was basically a reverse battle royal. I cannot even name all the stupid things that they did in this 5 minutes. But I will note that the dumbest that I saw right off the bat was Robert Roode.
Yes, he's now Robert.
For 3 months, Bobby Roode was looking for a manager.
Right.
And they did vignettes week after week after week. And then finally he said, next week on television, I will introduce my manager.
I remember that.
So then on television the next week, he said, I will introduce my manager at the pay-per-view.
Yes.
So then at the pay-per-view, he wasn't on the show.
That's right.
He did a dark match, which I'd like to... I don't know if Vince Russo knows this, so I'm just going to fill him in here as a friend. The dark match doesn't air.
You're right.
The dark match is the non-televised match. Yeah. So, it was a dark match. Bobby Roode with his new valet against Lance Hoyt. And so we never learned he never revealed the manager on the pay-per-view as promised.
No, he did not.
So then, all of a sudden, he didn't even reveal the manager on TV. He was just in this match, and she was at ringside, unintroduced.
Yes.
And randomly in the middle of the match, Mike Tenay goes, Mr. Wall Street, Robert Roode.
Okay. There was so much going on, I didn't even catch that part. That's his nickname now?
Mr. Wall Street, Robert Roode. Yeah.
Huh.
Yes. Chris Sabin, who won the X title to pay-per-view, that was not mentioned.
No.
He was just a random man in this match.
I forgot he won.
You fought you fought for the right to get into the ring, to fight for the right to get thrown out of the ring, to not get thrown out of the ring. And the best part was when there was nobody around to stop you, you had to somehow pretend like you could not get in the ring.
This happened several times. Guys would be on the apron fighting, and then the opponent would be pulled down, and they had to stand on the apron and sell.
Yeah. Oh, I can't get in this fucking ring.
Oh, I'm blown up. Oh, climbing over these ropes. Oh, well, which for me actually would be reasonable, but yes, the whole concept of the Reverse Battle Royale is fucking retarded for the simple reason that you look at the camera, and the camera, 2/3 of the camera shot is taken up by the wrestling ring, in which nothing is happening. There's 3 referees standing around. On the perimeter of the screen, you can make out action. There's violence, there's conflict, but you don't have any idea what's going on or who's involved. It would be like turning into a basketball game, and you're watching the basketball court, and there's no people on it, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the stands.
They're playing basketball in the stands.
Yeah. Or you watch a tennis match.
Hold on a second, you're talking too much. It would be like, I'm finishing up your deal. It would be like if you had a basketball game, and there was nothing going on the basketball court, and all the players were in the stands, and you had to try and throw it from the stands through the hoop. Yes. We're trying to make this game more challenging. We're trying to make it different.
And you can do this with any sport: hockey, football, soccer. There was the field's in the middle for a reason. It's so it can all be seen.
It's the stage.
It is the stage. It's what everyone wants to watch. So yes, this is stupid from moment one. On top of that, in 5 minutes they did this. There was this quote unquote wrestling match going on. Bobby Roode was there with his new valet unannounced. They never showed this, they just mentioned that BG James had packed his bags and left.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
They announced they were moving to primetime on whatever the date is, and they were doing a barbed wire cage match there. No graphics that showing this or mentioning who was involved. They just mentioned it as the match was going on. Oh, by the way, we're doing a barbed wire cage match on our primetime debut.
Is it on TV?
I think so.
Oh, I thought that was for the pay-per-view.
Sure.
Great job, TNA.
Yeah. Let's see, what else is going on? AMW is hanging out drinking, even though they were involved in the match. I think LAX came out to get them at some point. That's all I remember. I'm sure there was more. I can't say this was the worst thing I ever saw.
We're not done.
Oh, okay.
They just got in the ring.
Well,
we still have to do stage 2.
Stage 2 kept going. Okay, we'll move on to stage 2.
They had a battle royal in which men were thrown from the ring, and the last 2 men left, who ended up being Abyss and Lance Hoyt, had a match. And they had a competitive match for a length of time. And finally, at the end of the match, Lance Hoyt was defeated. And so Abyss won this whole convoluted clusterfuck of a bumblefuck. And you know what he got out of it? A bye in the tournament.
Yeah.
A bye. That means everybody else has a match and he doesn't.
Right.
Okay. This reverse battle royal, leading to a battle royal, resulted in 2 men having a match that no one else in the tournament had to have.
Yes.
So in the end, everybody has the same fucking number of matches.
Right.
Except for the unfortunate loser who gets to the very, very end of this reverse battle royal. That poor fucker has an extra match.
That's true.
Congratulations. I was just trying to think, why not just jump the fuck out of the Battle Royal and just be in the tournament?
Just be fresh, ready to go.
Why the fuck would you want to have this extra match at the end after a Battle Royal where you could get killed? Just take your extra match in the tournament.
I don't know.
And I don't even understand what the next part of the tournament is. It's like a 3-way with the winner getting abyss or some bullshit. There was some, depending on how you got thrown out, that determined seeding. Which reminded me of the old X Division match where they would have 6 men, and depending on when you were eliminated, you were like the number 6 contender.
And then the number 6 guy usually got the title shot first.
Yeah, or never. Shannon Moore still is owed one.
Shannon Moore still owed one.
Yeah, in ECW. But this was horrifyingly bad.
It was awful. I cannot say it was the worst thing I've ever seen, because at least no one got hurt. I can't say it wasn't even necessarily boring. It was just mind-numbing and chaotic and confusing.
No, let me tell you something. I work out every day. Mm-hmm. I run every day.
Yeah.
I do gymnastics and jiu-jitsu and 8 million other things, and I'm in great shape. And I watched this match for 5 minutes, and I was fucking blown up and in a cold sweat.
Yes, it was tiring.
As a fan, sitting on my fucking couch.
Yes. It was a workout to get through. It was a strain. It was a struggle. It was the stupidest TV segment I have ever seen on a wrestling show.
I'm not quite sure I'd go that far.
I can go that far. When you take into account all the angles that were going on, casually mentioning TV announcements and matches being thrown. Oh, and you forget this match to determine the number one contender. All the guys who should be top contenders were not involved. No Rhino, no Angle, no Joe.
Yeah.
No Christian. I don't know. Was he in there?
Well, let me give you all the quarters for this show. Hopefully Vince Russo and Dixie Carter are listening, just for the fuck of it. The show opened at a .82. Indeed. The fucking bullshit Battle Royal Reverse Stage 1 started. It dropped to a .74.
Well, that's bad.
It remained at a .74 until the fucking match was over. And then in the final quarter, when Kurt Angle and everybody came out, it jumped to a .77.
A monumental leap.
Way to go, TNA. Way to fucking go. You know, I got the big thing here from Spike TV, all the ratings and everything like that. And the only thing they plug is Ultimate Fighter 4. which I should note did a 1.04, which is fucking horrible.
Yeah.
But the whole press release is the Ultimate Fighter 4 was first in the time period between 18 and 34, cable only it adds. Did a 1.04, 1.45 in males 18 to 49, 1.83 in males 18 to 34, average audience of 1.3 million viewers. It notes the World Series on Fox did a 10.7 with 16.1 million viewers.
Why does it mention that?
And then it just throws out the quarters. It makes no mention of TNA.
Well, yeah.
Let me do one more thing right here. The UFC Unleashed, the F show. I never hear anyone talking about this show. Opened at a .77, dropped slightly to a .76, jumped to a .82, and then jumped to a .94.
I bet it beat it.
So that comes out to a .82.
So did it beat Impact?
I forget what I said Impact here. Remember that. .82, okay?
0.82.
So we got .82. Shut up. Plus... divided by 4.
That's what quarters mean.
Oh,
yes.
.76.
Oh, Unleashed crushed it.
Unleashed crushed TNA.
A show I cannot tell you what's on and I've never watched.
No.
Never seen a commercial for.
Fan-fucking-tastic, kids. Oh, my God. God, the Ultimate Fighter dropped to a .95 in the second quarter. Jesus Christ. Too much TV, kids, and it all sucks. We're not even done with TNA.
No, I'm not done with TNA.
No. So, Borash interviewed Jarrett, the highlight of which was the sad music playing in the background.
This is supposed to be the kickoff to Jarrett's babyface turn. We're supposed to feel compassionate for him now. And he talked about being exhausted.
He sniffed a lot.
He said he was going home. He sniffed a lot. He was sad about losing his belt, and he was sad about not being on top anymore, but he said it was hard being champion. And they were playing this song. And I don't know what the song was or where they found it, but it was impossible to take any of this even remotely seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Just this sad, sappy, melodramatic music. In a children's movie, when the horse dies, it would have been this song.
No, I don't even think it would be that. It would have to be. It would have to be like a Bambi level movie, like a what's the word?
A cartoon?
Oh, I hate you. I'll turn you down here for a second. Your talking is going to interrupt me. Like an archetypal. Archetypical, whatever. An archetype. It'd have to be on like a film archetype. That's the kind of music, not just a random children's movie with horses. This is like Bambi. It's like Gone with the Wind. This is like yeah. So anyway, here's what I got to say about it. They didn't mention the wife having cancer. And boy, if they'd mentioned that with this music, Jesus.
No one would have believed it.
If they would have mentioned the wife having cancer with no music, that there would have been some effectiveness in it. Now, granted, it would have been up there with Eddie Guerrero and exploiting his death. His wife's not dead, but she does have cancer, and she has been battling it for years. So they didn't do that, and that's fine. But what they did was horrible, because we were supposed to feel sorry for Jeff Jarrett. Now, we would have legitimately felt sorry for the guy if he'd brought up his wife's legit battle with cancer, or probably a number of other things not having to do with death or dying. Instead, Jeff was trying to get sympathy by saying, I built this company from scratch. Right. I carried this company on my shoulders for 4 years. Now I'm tired. It's time for you to love me. That's what he said, basically.
Almost word for word. There was a time when you would turn me down and I would know why.
Now you just keep rattling on and on.
Yeah.
You're down for a reason. Just shut up for a while and I'll turn you back up. Anyway, the point was, that was his whole deal. And when they came back, Don West, I mean, he all but said, Jeff Jarrett's a babyface now, let's all cheer for him.
Mike Tenay was trying to get across the same message, but he had that look in his face like he smelled something really bad. Just thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Oh,
Show
God.
over yet?
No, there is more. Angle came out. The place was going nuts like Christ had entered the building. He said he quit WWE. He was going to tell everybody why. He did it. Basically, he said he quit WWE because he wanted to wrestle in the Impact Zone.
Yeah.
What a liar.
He is, in fact, lying to them.
He led a TNA chant. He said there was no other company with the talent, the wrestlers, that sort of deal, as TNA. The people clapped like they appreciated what he was saying, but didn't believe it. That's usually a bad thing. So he finally explained why he hates Samoa Joe, at least, and that was that Joe's undefeated and he wanted the toughest guy, which is fine. But could you mention
why did it
like,
take him 3 appearances to mention this?
Yeah, it would have been better if we learned the first week. But Joe came out for a big brawl. 18 million men broke it up. Entire locker room came out, and that was that. That was the end.
And it was fine, I guess.
The big argument, Dave and I, 60,000 or 38,000. To me, it's looking more and more like 38. He may be right. He is often right, being Dave Meltzer and all, but I think I'll have the last laugh on this one.
Wouldn't it be funny if Dave Meltzer was always wrong, but he was still Dave?
Well, he'd always be Dave.
Yeah. I don't know.
That was an intriguing statement there.
I'm just thinking about this show.
If he started being wrong, he'd suddenly be Bob Meltzer.
Oh, no, he'd still be Dave Meltzer, but you would, you know. It's hard to have credibility when you're always wrong.
You do.
Trust me on this. I'm trying to think if I'm interested at all in Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe. I don't think I am.
I am, sort of. It's Angle and Joe, but that's about it. So that's TNA, kids. Thumbs down.
Thumbs fucking down.